In the massive world of Indian literature, there are a few names that just tower above the rest. And today, we're going to talk about one of those giants, a writer whose pen didn't just tell stories, it painted a raw, unfiltered picture of an entire nation. We are, of course, talking about the great Munshi Premchand. He was given this incredible title, Upanayasa Samrat. It literally translates to the Emperor of Novels. Just think about that for a second. The Emperor of Novels. It's such a powerful title, and it immediately tells you just how huge his influence really was. So, who was the man behind this regal title? I mean, who was this emperor who didn't rule over land, but over this massive empire of words and ideas? Well, let's dive in and uncover the story of the man who would become a literary emperor. Okay, so the man who was crowned emperor was actually born with a much more grounded name, Dhanpat Rai Srivastava. It's a fascinating contrast, isn't it? You have this simple, everyday name right up against the magnificent title he would earn through his sheer literary genius. But here's the thing. This emperor's crown wasn't just handed to him. Not at all. It was forged in the fires of hardship. His journey from being Dhanpat Rai to becoming the Upanyasa Samrat is really a story of immense struggle, and that struggle profoundly shaped everything he ever wrote. So his story kicks off in 1880, in a little village near Varanasi. Born to a post office clerk, Dhanpat Rai's life was tough from the get-go. He lost his mother when he was just a kid, and money was so tight he was forced to start working as a teacher at a really young age. You know, these early experiences with poverty and loss, they weren't just details in his biography. They became the very soul of his writing. Now, as he started his journey as a writer, he went through this pivotal transformation. And this wasn't just about changing his name. It was about the birth of a whole new literary identity that would end up resonating with millions. It was a complete shift. His evolution as a writer is actually fascinating. He started out writing in Urdu, under the pen name Nawab Rai. But then a crucial shift happened. He adopted the name Premchand and started writing mostly in Hindi. Now, you have to remember, at a time when language was so tied to cultural and national identity, this wasn't just a stylistic choice. It was a powerful move to align with the common language of the people. And it was in this new voice that he found his true power. This was the real beginning of his rise to becoming the Emperor of Novels. So, what was he writing about that made him so beloved? Well, you could say that Premchand held up a mirror to the society of his time. His pen didn't just write stories. It gave a powerful voice to the millions who had no voice at all. His body of work is just massive. You've got novels like Godaan and Gaban, and these unforgettable short stories like Kafan and Idgah, and they all share these powerful common threads. They dive deep into the harsh realities of life in the villages, the crushing weight of poverty, and social exploitation. But they always find these moments of incredible humanity. But at the absolute peak of his craft is Godaan, which means the gift of a cow. It is widely and rightly considered his masterpiece. It's this epic, heart-wrenching story of a poor farmer's lifelong dream to just own a cow. Its raw, honest look at village life is exactly why it's hailed as one of the greatest works of Indian literature, period. When you boil it all down, Premchand's genius was his focus on the ordinary person. His characters weren't kings or warriors. They were the farmer, the widow, the orphan, the clerk. He just laid bare the crushing realities of poverty, the deep-rooted injustices of the caste system, and the daily struggles that define the lives of millions. And that brings us to his legacy. I mean, why nearly a century after he passed away do we still call him the emperor? Why is his work still so immortal? The answer really comes down to one word: realism. Yatharthwad. See, before Premchand, a lot of Hindi literature was full of fantasies about kings and queens and epic battles. He completely revolutionized it by focusing on showing life truthfully, without any sugarcoating or romanticizing. He just showed life as it was. And that was his greatest gift. Munshi Premchand took literature from the fancy courts of kings and the halls of the elite and brought it right into the homes and hearts of everyday people. He made their stories, their struggles, and their lives worthy of being told. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. In the India of today, with all of its incredible progress and its brand new challenges, What can we still learn from the stories of a farmer just dreaming of a cow, or a little kid's love for his grandmother? What do the timeless tales of the emperor of novels still teach us about ourselves right now?